A reading from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 49. Josiah. The memory of Josiah is like blended incense, prepared by the perfumer's art. It is as sweet as honey to all mouths, like music at a wine feast. He took the right course of converting the people. He rooted out the iniquitous abominations. He set his heart on the Lord. In godless times he upheld the cause of religion. Apart from David, Hezekiah, and Josiah, they all heaped wrong on wrong. They abandoned the law of the Most High. The kings of Judah disappeared, for they handed their power over to others, and their honor to a foreign nation. They burnt down the holy chosen city and left her streets deserted, as Jeremiah had predicted, for they had ill-treated him, though consecrated a prophet in his mother's womb, to tear up and afflict and destroy, but also to build up and to plant. Ezekiel saw a vision of glory which God showed to him above the chariot of the cherubim, for he mentioned the enemies in the downpour to the advantage of those who follow the right way. May the bones of the 12 prophets flower again from their place, for they comforted Jacob and redeemed him in faith and hope. How shall we extol Zerubbabel? He was like a signet ring on the right hand. So too was Joshua, son of Jozadak. They who in their days built the temple and raised a sanctuary sacred to the Lord, destined to everlasting glory. Great too is the memory of Nehemiah, who rebuilt our walls which lay in ruins, erected the bolted gates, and rebuilt our houses. No one else has ever been created on earth to equal Enoch, for he was taken up from earth. And no one else ever born has been like Joseph, the leader of his brothers, the prop of his people. His bones were carefully preserved. Shem and Seth were the most honored of men, but above every living creature is Adam. The word of the Lord. A reading from the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 50, Simon the high priest. It was the high priest Simon, son of Onias, who repaired the temple during his lifetime and in his day fortified the sanctuary. He laid the foundations to double depth, the high buttresses of the temple precincts. In his day, the pool was excavated, a reservoir like the sea in circumference. Planning to save the people from ruin, he fortified the city against siege. How splendid he was, with the people thronging round him, when he emerged from the curtained shrine, like the morning star among the clouds, like the moon at the full, like the sun shining on the temple of the Most High, like the rainbow gleaming against brilliant clouds, like a rose in springtime, like a lily by a spring, like a branch of the incense tree in summer, like fire and incense in the censer, like a vessel of beaten gold, encrusted with every kind of precious stone, like an olive tree laden with fruit, like a cypress soaring to the clouds, when he took his ceremonial robe and put on his magnificent ornaments, when he went up to the holy altar and filled the sanctuary precincts with his grandeur, when he received the portions from the hands of the priests, himself standing by the altar hearth, crowned with the circle of his brothers as a young cedar of Lebanon, as though surrounded by the palm trees, when all the sons of Aaron in their glory, with the offerings of the Lord in their hands, stood before the whole assembly of Israel, while he completed the rites at the altars, nobly presenting the offerings to the Almighty, Most High. He would reach out his hand to the cup and pour a libation of wine, pouring it at the foot of the altar, a fragrance pleasing to the Most High, King of all. Then the sons of Aaron would shout and blow their metal trumpets, making a mighty sound ring out as a reminder before the Most High. And immediately the people all together would fall on their faces to the ground in adoration of their Lord, the Almighty, God Most High, with the cantors chanting their hymns of praise. Sweet was the melody of these voices as the people pleaded with the Lord Most High and prayed in the presence of the Merciful until the service of the Lord was completed and the ceremony was at an end. Then he would come down and raise his hands over the whole assembly of the Israelites to give them the Lord's blessing from his lips and to glory in his name. And once again, the people would bow low to receive the blessing of the Most High. Exhortation and conclusion. And now, bless the God of all things, the doer of great deeds everywhere, who has exalted our days from the womb and has acted mercifully towards us. May he grant us cheerful hearts and bring peace in our time in Israel for ages on ages. May his mercy be faithfully with us. May he deliver us in our own times. There are two nations that my soul detests. The third is not a nation at all. The inhabitants of Mount Seir, the Philistines, and the stupid people living at Shechem. Jesus, son of Sirach Eleazar of Jerusalem, has written in this book instruction in wisdom and knowledge. He has poured a rain of wisdom from his heart. Blessed is one who devotes time to these and grows wise by taking them to heart. Putting them into practice, such a person will be strong enough for anything, since the Lord will light the path. The word of the Lord.